This is Like Mike coming to you with a review and comparison between the ATOTO A6 Pro and the ATOTO S8 Pro. As you can see in front of us, we have the S8 Pro installed in a 2006 Ford Escape XLT. As you can see, we don't have it pushed in all the way, and that's because I am waiting to install a couple more things. I just got the ATOTO HD dash cam. Now, an interesting thing is that I didn't know about, but the 720p dash cams that work with the A6 will not work with the S8s, only the 1080p models. So if you guys want to see a review on this, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, so let's get into it. So to start it off, ATOTOs are always known for the fast boot up times. So both the A6 and the S8 are no slouches. So what I was going to do is I was just going to turn it on and show you guys. As you can see, it boots quite fast. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm pretty sure it might be a little faster, but that just might be my mind. As you can see, the S8 has a QLED screen, which looks very nice. I actually think it looks a little better than the S8, or excuse me, than the A6. So going to look into it, as you can see, they moved the navigation bar, which I thought was really smart. When we open up Waze, I'll show you in a couple seconds that, to me personally, I thought it was really hard when the navigation bar was down here, trying to click the buttons. So as you can see, we have the back button, the home button, the multitasking, so you can switch between apps, your brightness, and then your voice activation, so you can go into Google Voice or other things like that. On top of that, you can swipe down and you can pull up your launcher. So we'll start off with that. Now, the one thing I want to see and what I want to show you guys is I'm going to put side by side the reboot times between the S8 and the A6. And what's really cool, so I'll go ahead and reboot it real quick. We'll see which one's faster. So what's really cool and what I really like is that you can put your own sort of customized emblem on it. And as you can see when it turns itself back on, I have a Ford emblem because my car's a Ford. The A6, I believe, didn't do that. I couldn't find that setting, but I'll look into that further. But I thought that was a nice little touch. So it's booting up now. Now, see, that's a really weird thing that I didn't understand about the S8, is that whenever I reboot it, it automatically goes to radio. I don't know why, but it just does that. But it doesn't bother me at all. So anyways, so going down to the bottom, we have, this is how I have it set up. You have your typical, what's it called, Bluetooth phone button, so you have your contacts list, your recent calls, your audio, Bluetooth audio. Now, I've always had aptX on both my Note 8, and both A6 and the A6 Pro uses aptX HD. I haven't been able to hear it, but I think the S8 sounds a little bit better, in my personal opinion, than the A6, but they both sound incredible. Either way, so one of the cool things that the S8 has is that it has the swipe gesture control. So 2 swipes down takes you home. So takes you home, swipe up, gets you to your multitasking screen. 3 finger swipe right does your volume. So 3 fingers, back turns it down. 3 fingers up is your brightness. So down, and then you can go 3 fingers up is your brightness. So I thought that was very cool. So we can go home. And so now one of the things that the ATOTO S8, what I really like about is, so when I had the A6 Pro, one of the big issues is my router's about maybe 400, 500 feet behind me. And whenever we would click Waze or GPS in general, it was really hard to get a signal, especially out where I live. There's no service, especially for T-Mobile. So we would have to drive about 100 to 200 feet down the road to get service. So now when I click Waze, you can see it boots right up, and now I can hit go. It'll take me
feet.
in seconds
Turn left on Bauer Drive.
to through GPS, which is very nice. Now, one of the things like I was telling you about is that I like how the navigation bar's up here than down here. That way I can click these buttons, and it's a lot easier instead of fumbling around and clicking. You'll see when I show you the A6. Now, another thing that's really cool is the phone bar. So whenever you make a phone call, one of my big issues and one of my biggest gripes when I emailed ATOTO was that it would cover the entire top. Now, when you make a phone call, so I'll make a phone call real quick and show you. It pulls it up on the bottom, which is really nice. And it doesn't really block or cover anything. So I thought that was really smart on ATOTO's part. So we'll go home real quick. Now, the next thing is that the S8s have wired CarPlay and wired Android Auto. So I'll show you how that works. So you have four connectors down here. So you have one for quick charging. It's Quick Charge 3.0. I plugged it into my phone. It works great. It also has Phone Link, which plugs into this app here, which gets you your Android Auto, which I have. The Ultra has wireless CarPlay. I haven't been able to do that because I have the Pro. It also has what is the name of this? Data transfer, excuse me, which uses USB 2.0, not USB 3.0 speeds, which is a little interesting, but I have no need for it besides plugging in the dash cam down there. So let's get into it. We'll go ahead and plug in the Phone Link and show you guys CarPlay real quick, or excuse me, Android Auto. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and plug it into the phone. And we'll go ahead and click Z-Link. And so sometimes it's a little finicky, which has been my problem. But let's see if she'll work now. So what I found is that you have to have the app open first, then plug the phone in for it to work. Because if you don't do that, it says that there's no compatible apps found. I think that's just a small minor glitch, but it pulls up really quickly and you have your Android Auto. So now getting away from that, we can click this and we have a very nice equalizer that you guys can do time correction, bass boost, or sound field. I don't have a what's the name of it? Subwoofer, excuse me. I almost forgot the name of it. So I couldn't tell you how subwoofer controls are. Maybe later down on the road I might buy one, but for right now I don't need it. It sounds good enough for my car. So we'll go back home. So on the settings, you have typically everything. So you have your device, your general, and what you can do with system, this is where you get your startup logo, where you can choose your own logo when the Android ATOTO starts up. So we'll go home again. Now, there are a couple things I wish they would let us do. I wish they could later down in the future let us choose what our swipes do. I also have found a small bug, but ATOTO support's really good. They respond very quickly, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to fix it. But if you can see here, I can't click the 3 bars on the Google Play Store. I don't know why that is, but that's just a little frustrating because you can't really choose automatic updates or stuff of that nature. I've been trying to swipe it. Now, you guys, I clipped the video. That's because I forgot to mention something. It's one of the coolest features. I don't know how I forgot to add that into here. But anyways, so a really cool feature on the S8 is the split screen mode. Let me show you that. So what I can do is I can scroll up like so. I can pull the app down. So let's just say GPS, we're using Waze. And we can pull up another app, let's say YouTube. So you can literally listen to YouTube or Gmail or whatever you'd like while looking at your GPS. And then just to get rid of the app, you just click the middle and you just simply swipe and then boom, it's done. But yeah, so back to the video. It's a great unit. If you can get it, I would highly recommend it. It has a lot of features and it's a lot of bang for the buck. So yeah, so that's pretty much the review of the ATOTO S8 and the comparison with the ATOTO A6 Pro. Thank you guys and have a wonderful day, and please stay safe and healthy.